So one of the things that's really fun is when things sell, I always wonder, where are they going? Who is this one going to? It's going to be a lot of fun for it to go out in the world and be in someone's home, inspire them. Yeah, this one will be shipping out in the next few days, just waiting on payment for it. But there's a lot that happens when you put yourself out there. A lot that happens when you just show up and start taking action, doing the thing. A lot of my focus for the last many years has been focused really on being on the spot, on being comfortable in our own bodies, in our own bones. I call it walking in your good bones, being a conscious creator. But the reality is, at a certain point, a lot of the language falls away. I've been working on multiple projects for a long time. I've written 18 books. I have a 19th book. What I thought was going to be my 19th book won't actually be number 19. My 19th book will be a children's book. And that surprised me, right? We keep showing up. We keep taking action in the way that we feel either obligated to or inspired by, or we have some sort of motivation to do it. My motivation completely changed over 2025, and I allowed myself to go into the deepest dream in my heart that had never been had never been lived in a real meaningful way yet. And that was through poetry. Even though that was my first love, my first writing, I'd never really, really, really saturated myself in that space. I was going out giving some poetry readings. I was also speaking, doing a lot of public speaking. And I was never afraid of it. Well, at least not for many, many years. I just never had pursued it. And when I go in, I go all the way in. And I like to encourage people to go all the way in. And if you're not doing something, that's okay. Don't feel a sense of frustration about it, but look at the reason why you're not taking that action. Now, for me, art, painting, that was brand new. Brand new. The creative process, the beginner's mind, working with the self, none of that was new. So what it called in for me, when I opened myself to it, first it took my breath away. It's just like meeting somebody who just, like falling in love on the spot, and you're not looking for it. You least expect it. But some of these things, for me, the experience is that it's coming from a higher or multidimensional aspect of myself, and parts that hadn't been lived. The poetry had been part of my story in some way. It had taken seed 40 years ago, when I was a young girl. And it got to play through. And now it will continue on in its own way without my attachment to any outcome of it. And it's mingling with drawing and sketching and painting and other art forms. Collage. I don't know where it's going. I'm okay with that. But what I'm inspired by is being on the spot and sharing it with you. So there's a lot more to tell about why it's taken me a few months to even begin to talk about it. For a month I had no ability to speak to it. It was so breathtaking. Also on a level of consciousness, there was an experience happening that there simply weren't words. And so maybe you're going through a change like this as well. If you are, you're in good company. You're in good company, and you're not alone. Many, many, many are going through this sort of rapid fire life shift of awareness, of consciousness, of emptiness, and also being filled. So I'm choosing wonder, I'm choosing innocence, and I'm also choosing my mastery and my wisdom, and seeing where all of this goes to. But where it goes to really is right here, right now. This breath, this breath, this breath, this body, these good bones right now. And that's enough. So thank you for hanging out with me for a few minutes, and let's do this thing.